We'll start things off in the room. We have forward Gypsy head coach Bobby Smyrniotis here. Yeah, go ahead, Jacob.
I noticed you were playing a lot down the left wing there, first and second half. Was that a conscious effort to kind of exploit maybe an area that you thought was a weakness for the Wanderers, or was that just kind of how the game developed?
Yeah, we knew that at least one side was always going to be open just in having watched them in the past game, so it was a decision of the players to find that area. So it wasn't that it was specifically one side, they had to find that area that we can expose. And that's how it kind of worked in that first half. There was a lot of space on the right side, and Sissoko was excellent, and Schwanier. And looking at that, and the one thing we asked for the guys is if that was the side that kept on being there, keep on going to it until the opponent adjusts. I thought they did a good job.
Any other questions in the room for Bobby?
Just last one, the midfield battle. It seemed like you guys really kind of bogged down the midfield and made it really tough for the Wanderers to pass through your line. Can you give me a little bit of insight to how you maybe set that up, or was that another conscious effort to really kind of make sure that the strong point of the Wanderers team really couldn't get going?
Yeah, I think when you look at the Wanderers, one thing that's a mainstay in their club is Rampersad. He's an excellent player. He's an excellent player that can dictate sometimes the midfield, and we knew it was important to be a little bit higher on the pitch and try our best to neutralize him, and maybe that would give us an opportunity to pick off some of the passes, and I think our guys were actually quite better than picking off passes and winning a lot of balls in the challenges and gave us the quick transitions. So that was something that we looked to do, and the guys were excellent in going about their roles.
Some Dylan?
How much did you guys need this result tonight, even though many things have gone?
Yeah, three points are always important. That's the biggest thing you look at. I think we've played some excellent football. The results haven't been there, and it's a little bit reminiscent of how our season started last year in the bubble in Winnipeg, and even coming out of it, where we were playing a lot of good football. And it's why I say it's a process, and it's a long process. You don't get anything for the most points at the end of the year. I know that best also from last year. So you have to stick to your processes. You have to stick to your football. And if you believe in it, I think good things come from it. And today, I think was a culmination of us doing that. And we've had a lot of challenges with that. I think we've got 7 or 8 guys who can start on any day in our team. We're back home in Hamilton today. So credit to the guys that are out there. We just keep on going, and that's the most important thing. And I think games like this and wins like this on the road in a very tough place to play in Halifax. We know that through the short history of this league, it's a tough place to play. So when you can get a win like you do today, I think it helps you move forward.
Having Razard, I think, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Razard Rama come in. This was his first game. How big a piece was he for you out there in his first?
Yeah, when you look at last game against Ottawa, we had no natural center back, so it's good to get one in the lineup. He's come over, trained this week, and he's fit in great with the group. He's a player that we've scouted well, and we've watched very well over the last year or so. And the opportunity came up to bring him over here, and he's a quality player. Today's a small glimpse, but this young man is excellent, and we expect him to be an important piece to how we defend and also how we play.
Thank you.
Turn things over to Zoom if anyone has questions for Bobby. Use the raise hand function. Dylan, is there anyone with their hands up for Bobby? I'm not seeing any. Charlie, if you have anything for Bobby, I'll let you go ahead.
I do, but I think Anthony has his hand up as well. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Charlie. Yeah, Anthony, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Thanks, Charlie. Hey Coach. Was I guess another positive here was being able to bring on some guys after like the 60th minute or so, getting some of the young guys in there, and having that cushion allowed you to do so, I guess.
Yeah, I think you look at things, there's different things we wanted to see. I think we needed to use some rotation at some point. We also come into an important cup game in midweek. Obviously, when you score some goals, that allows that to be accelerated a little bit. But I thought the guys went in there and were excellent. Sebastian Costello's gone in there and shown the energy that he shows in training all the time. He's had an unfortunate spell a couple of times with some little injuries, and he's missed some periods, so it's good to get him some minutes, and a few of the other guys, of course. And the most important thing is we didn't lose a beat when they went in there, and that's the most important thing you want to see from guys, because anytime you get the minutes on the field, you want to make sure, especially as a young player, you're out there and you're trying to impress your coach and you impress your teammates, and the guys have done a great job with that.
Yeah, and just one more. It looked a little different up front. I don't know if Taryn was playing a little off. He was playing more of a false 9 type role. Was that Was that part of the game plan?
Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted with him. It's just trying to find them one a little bit later in the open spaces and just give him a little bit more space in and around the box. We know he's a clinical finisher. Today he did a lot of great work. Maybe not so much in the finishing, but in how he picked up the ball and he started moving things around for the other two guys in front of him, and with Schwanier and Walshman, and just moving a different shape around. I think it's very important. You have to have one, tactical flexibility, and you have to have tactical evolution, and that's important for me and the coaches and for our team. That on any given day we're going to play the Wanderers 4 times and everyone in this league. Sometimes you have to show everyone a little bit different and not be the same week after week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anthony. Sorry for not seeing your hand there. Charlie, go ahead when you're ready.
Thanks. Hey, Bobby. You've spoken before about this season. You know that your team had another year to get to, and I think we sort of maybe saw them step up a year tonight. But how encouraging is it for you to see kind of the chemistry growing in that attack and these guys sort of finding each other with those passes?
Yeah, the one thing we've just asked is be sharper and be quicker. If you're not quick enough sometimes in the attack, what we've seen in a lot of our games is a lot of opponents inside of a penalty area. Once there's a lot of opponents and there's not much space, we've seen that against Ottawa, Edmonton, and against York as well, with teams dropping into quick lower blocks against us. So we wanted to be a little bit better in our press, a little bit quicker in our counters, and also when we had a set attack, it's just being quicker to get into the box. And if we can serve that ball, cut that ball, or get moving a little bit better, that throws off the defenders and it makes it a little bit difficult for them, because once defenders set their feet, it becomes a very difficult task, whether it's Forge, any team in this league, or Manchester City. It's not the easiest thing to do in football. Otherwise we'd see games like, I think there was a hockey game that was 9-6 a couple of nights ago. We don't see much of those in our sport, and because it's a tough thing to score goals.
Thanks, Bobby. That's it for me.
All right, thanks everyone. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, everyone.